We have, before we start, late report from the newsroom. I know you've been sitting here for a while and you probably haven't heard the news, but the bionic woman was just rushed to Radio Shack for a hysterectomy. Also, we don't usually do public service announcements, but I have been asked to do this by NBC, to mail your Christmas letters and packages by December the 15th. No later than December the 15th. See, that gives the letter openers at the CIA a chance to have Christmas at home with their families so they can get through with that. Have you heard the results today of the latest Gallup poll? Yeah, they had a Gallup poll between Gerald Ford and Ronald Reagan. And Ronald Reagan got 40% of the vote compared to 32% for Gerald Ford as the preferred presidential Republican nominee. Isn't that something? 28%. They were divided. 14% didn't know who Reagan was. And the other 14% didn't know who Ford was. So Ford's a little worried about his image. He carries an American Express card, and even then they don't recognize him. Mr. Ford says he was not worried. And then he became very worried. He heard that Reagan had just put a down payment on a 200-acre slope of Mount Rushmore. No, Ronald Reagan has already received an offer from a sculptor to put Ronnie's face on Mount Rushmore. And for $2,000 extra, he'll put Lincoln's arm around his shoulder. Anyway, they went out to Reagan's house today to tell him the results of the survey. He was in the library reading the Magna Carta. Okay. Here's kind of a strange item, but it's true. We don't have to make this up. Just read the news and report what's going on. Egypt is building another pyramid. And they're building it right next to the largest pyramid, which I think is the tomb of Ramses II. What do you think the pyramid's going to be made out of? Did you read it? Glass. They are building a glass pyramid. Well, now, what would they call that? Pyrex the First? You see, you always boo something like that when you didn't think of it. But you see, the Arabs expect to use this glass pyramid as a big tourist attraction, and I hope they go through with it. Because if they hold up on the oil, we're going to put an embargo on Windex. We have as you probably know here in California, if you're on vacation, do not get sick out here. Because the doctors are on what they call a slowdown, and after the first of the year, they say they're not going to do anything at all. It's going to be a little grim, isn't it? I went by Mount Sinai today, and they're doing nothing over there. 2 orderlies are out in the parking lot playing Frisbee with a bedpan. While it was in use. I called my doctor today. You know my doctor, Dr. Mandrake Curvey? Yeah. I said, what are you going to do, there's a doctor strike. He's going to go back to his old job as a pharmacist made on a slave ship that he used to have. Well, let's talk about what's coming up for Christmas. Have you been watching all the specials on television? Every show has a Christmas special now, from now till Christmas. Have you check your television guide? They've got some biggies coming up. For example, there's the most beautiful reindeer in the world pageant. Hosted by Bert Parks wearing patent leather antlers. That's a biggie. The Grinch That Stole Our Wheat, starring Earl Butz, is on. Then they have a biggie. Then they got a real biggie with Bing Crosby, Perry Como, Julie Andrews, Mitzi Gaynor, and John Denver counting money in the Rockies. And on Christmas Eve, a special guarantee to give you a spiritual lift. Joe Garagiola meets the 3 wise men. Here's another interesting item. It was in the paper yesterday. A German psychotherapist claims that watching too much television can affect your sex life. Yeah, he says your sex life can be ruined because people waste their emotions on the television heroes and heroines. Isn't that interesting? this is true, a lot of wives are going to be looking for a mid-season replacement. Anyway, tonight, we got a great show. Mr. Robert Hope and Dean Martin are here tonight. Now, that ain't bad. Matter of fact, Dean and Ed came to the studio in separate cars tonight. They had to. It's a law. Because if they were in an accident and they were in the same car, the Gallo wineries are out of business. Charles Nelson Reilly is with us, so is Carol Wayne and the mighty Carson Art Players. We'll be right back.
Doctor, it is time once again, friends, for our visit with one of the stalwarts of daytime television, the late afternoon movie host, who brings you old films and sells everything and anything in sight. So please welcome that vivacious, energetic guy and former instructor who gave tall lessons to Sonny Buono, your host for today's Tea Time movie, your friend and his lovable Art Fern.
Film freaks, Art Fern here today with today's fabulous feature film find. Dean Jones, Buck Jones, Louis Stone, Fran Chattone, Tony Bennett, Joan Bennett, Max Sennett, and starring Morris, the Gentile cat, in Tarzan brings home a social disease. But first, friends, let me ask you this. Are you at one with yourself? Are you at one with the universe? If you are one, see your psychiatrist. You probably were frightened by your mother. But friends, if you're confused, troubled, and gullible, you're just the type for TM. Transcendental meditation, where we empty your heads and fill your hearts. Speaking of empty heads and full hearts, holy! Are you having trouble finding peace, matinee lady?
I'm not.
I'm hip. Has life left you completely flat?
The doctor said they were permanent.
Friends, are you tense and nervous? Do people think you're sitting on the edge of your seat because of an old war wound? When World War II broke out, did you come home and take it out on the dog? Is your love life confusing? Do you have trouble squeezing a roll of Charmin without getting emotionally involved?
I never get emotionally involved.
You can't get close enough. Is your mind, friend? Is your mind so cluttered with trash that you have to call the Department of Sanitation just to collect your thoughts? What you need, friends, is our course right here in Transcendental Meditation, the spiritual way to happiness that's easy to learn and hard to spell. Friends, enroll in Guru U, where we teach you the value of silence. When you ask for your money back, we tell you to shut up. Through Transcendental Meditation, we will take you to another world. We will take you to peace and serenity. We'll also take you to the cleaners. Friends, how do you get there, you ask? Well, come to our beautiful school in peaceful Gardena, right behind Bob's Big Boy. Take the Santa Ana Freeway to the Santa Monica Freeway. Take the Slauson cutoff, stop the car, cut off your Slauson, get back in the car. Get back in the car and contemplate what a painful thing you've done. Yes, friends, TM stands for Transcendental Meditation. If it stands for that, it'll stand for anything. Now you can learn to meditate, friends, and clean all those unwholesome thoughts from your brain.
You know, sometimes I feel like I'd just like to get a few things off my chest. Does that sound like a job for Transcendental Meditation?
That sounds like a job for Mean Joe Green. Friends, all you do is get into the lotus position.
That's one I missed.
I figure that. Now begin. Friends, begin by contemplating your navel and let your mind wander and drift until you don't have a thought left in your skull. When you achieve this, you're ready to run for Congress. At Guru U, we'll put you in a trance without the use of drugs, hypnosis, or electronics, using our novel trance inducer. And if this doesn't put you to sleep, friends, this most certainly will. Give us your blank check and your blank mind, and we will do the rest.
I went into a trance once.
Let me know when you come out of it. At Guru U, you will learn the chant that makes the complete human being. Yin, 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 yang. Peace peace and harmony, love and serenity, a lot of sex, a little obscenity. Who could ask for anything more? Friends, Guru U is having a special for the first 100 people who enroll tonight. Look what you get, friends. A large navel to contemplate. You can have an innie or an outie, the belly button of your choice. And it comes complete with a ball of lint, of course. A pastrami sandwich to avoid hunger during meditation. Sit on this, friends. You're only supposed to go into trance for 20 minutes. If you stay in a trance overnight, we give you this turban with a rooster in it. No good. For those of you searching for real tranquility, we offer you this life-size Howard Cosell hostility doll. Friends, that feels good.
I know something that feels good.
You're right on, matinee lady. Now back to our flick. Wallace Beery, Timothy Leary, Ralph Martiri, Blossom Dearie, Dear Abby Lane, starring Bessie, the Wonder Barracuda, in Sam Goldwyn's Bimbos of 1936. Oh, we're back already. That was another film masterpiece. Jack Lemmon, Meadowlark Lemon, Betty Davis, Police Chief Davis, Ned Beatty, Warren Beatty, Clyde Beatty, Andy Clyde, and Wacko, the crazed woodpecker, in Tammy Turns Professional. But first, friends, let me ask you this question. Are you tired of staying at home on Saturday nights counting the socks in your drawer? Is the highlight of your week scraping mud off your shoes? Are you at a stay-at-home who never takes a vacation? Is the closest you've been to a foreign country the Italian box boy at Safeway who made eyes at you? Then it's time you took a charter vacation flight. Join our exclusive charter airline club, Crooks Tours. Friends, take the 21-day Crooks Tours around the world.
I'd love to go around the world.
Wouldn't take you 21 days either. Friends, get away from it all for a day, a week, a month on Fat Chance Airlines. Fly Fat Chance Airlines, it might be forever. On Crooks Tours, you'll fly to countries where the average tourist never visit, because most of the countries we fly to are at war. Want to go to the Far East? We have a package that only costs $34 for 2 weeks. How can we do it so cheap? Because we're a non-scheduled airline and we fly by night. As a matter of fact, our whole operation is fly by night. This is a scale model of our plane, a DC 6 3/4. We fly on a wing and a prayer. We supply the wing, you bring the prayer.
Are there oxygen masks?
No, we leave the windows open, dear. But in case of a tailspin, a compartment above you will open and a rabbit's foot will drop down.
Are rabbit's feet lucky?
What?
Are rabbit's feet lucky?
Only if the rabbit lives. You'll fly, friends, 18 hours straight without a meal. We have provided a glass door in the cockpit so you can watch what the pilots eat, though.
I'd love to look into a cockpit.
I guess you would. Hear me, friends. Hear me on our charter plane. Friends, listen to me. That's right, friends. On our charter plane, you fly cheaper than no frills. You fly no lavatory. Our passengers simply step into a giant baggie. And there are no seats. Our stewardesses nail your shoes to the floor. And what happens after you land? If you land, you have 2 weeks of adventure waiting you, friends. Our agent will hand you the keys to a brand new car, and while you're starting the car, our agent will distract the car's owner. You'll be staying in our specially selected hotels, price quoted based on double occupancy, you and the bellhop. Yes, friends, first to Hawaii. In Hawaii, our steward Raul will show you things you never dreamed could be done with a pineapple.
Raul gave me something in Hawaii.
Don't give it to me. In beautiful Hawaii. Friends, in beautiful Hawaii, you'll be met at the airport by a native girl in a grass skirt. If you slip her $20, she'll let you smoke it. You'll sample the native food, poi, which got its name when the first Hawaiian ate it and said, poi! Friends, you'll see Don Ho perform in person. And you'll get to ask him, hey, don't you know anything except Hawaiian wedding song? You'll get to meet Hawaiian men and ask them why they wear loud shirts. After their short stop in Hawaii, your plane taxis over to where they film Hawaii Five-0, refuels by squeezing oil from a clump of Jack Lord's hair. Then, friends, Fat Chance Airlines flies you on to its second stop, Japan. Japan. We don't care where we go, but Japan, the land where the sun rises and the daughters lie down. Friends, half the things in this country were made in Japan.
I wasn't made in Japan.
An oversight soon to be corrected. See the marvels, friends, of Japanese science. A transistor office building. You can buy a Samari sword like this. I was once offered $1,000 by a rabbi for this one. Then, friends, it's on to, yes, India. In India, you can watch 10 million people go to work in diapers. You can watch an Indian snake charmer. Yes, friends, an authentic Indian snake charmer. Hey, rabbit, the wrong trick.
Rabbits are my hobby.
The rabbits have a hobby that's your hobby. India, mysterious Calcutta and Bombay. Yes, friends, there'll be plenty of begging in the streets, and you'll be doing the begging on our tours. We do not provide food. To give you the true feeling of India in your hotel room, you'll sleep on a bed of nails, or for $50 extra, a bed of Natasha, the girl who lives down the hall. Next, friends, Cook Tours wish you off to your last stop, beautiful Africa. Dark, mysterious Africa. On our flight, we have no movies, but our steward Raoul will act out an army training film.
I was in one of those.
I think I caught it. You'll land in an area where tourists rarely visit because there are no airports. The plane circles the jungle and drops you in a clearing. Deepest Africa, where you'll hear authentic African sounds of birds singing, brooks bubbling, and tourists getting gored by a rhinoceros. And loving it. Then a trip to a small village where you'll play crack the whip with 50 pygmies. After, friends, you will be shown the art of using a blowgun.
Oh, so that's what a blowgun is.
Friends, now we'd like to show you one of our club members who recently returned from Africa. The poor devil made the mistake of telling a band of pygmies they look like Mickey Rooney's ex-wives. This man is now Howard Johnson's flavor of the week, wrinkled raisin. During your tour of Africa, friends, you will be given your own pith helmet, which will protect you from coconuts, rude monkeys, and tourists committing suicide by jumping out of trees. When your plane returns to Los Angeles, your guide will tell you when it's safe to remove your helmets. He'll say, okay, everyone, piths off. So stop. So stop by the local office where we make it easy for you to go away. Got no passport? We don't care. Got no luggage? We don't care. Don't expect to pay us? That's when we care. Crooks Tours, drive 4 miles to our giant revolving neon trousers, the hand reaching into the back pocket.
I just love to travel.
Here's my key to the camper, friends. Now back to our flick. Aldo Ray, Martha Ray, Ina Ray Hutton, Jim Hutton, E.E. Hutton, Red Buttons, and Amazo and his trained intestine. In the day President Taft set on Philadelphia. Bye now.
May I
We are back again.
commend you not only on a brilliant piece of satirical work and comedy, but I think that you should get some special citation this year, an award for your pronunciation and enunciation of the command to the people upon returning from Africa. I thought, did you practice that often to get that?
Oh, yes.
That's
Craziness
difficult to say and get that just right.
I love that character. He's such a bad news
Great,
man,
yes.
isn't he? He's
Yes.
a raunchy
You look
individual.
like you had a new pompadour, a little
I think
touch.
it's a little, well,
Yeah, a little.
you know,
Yes.
getting along.
Yes.
we're going to take a short break here because I don't want to bring Bob out right now because we just have about a minute for station break. But this is going to be a super night. We have Mr. Robert Hope, we have Mr. Dean Martin, Charles Nelson of Reilly, and Miss Carol Wayne will bring up the rear.
Well,
I really, that was not intended. I mean, she'll be the last one.
yeah. Just take a rest. I'll hold it for you. You've worked hard. Let me hold it for you.
Do you know where your coughs come from?
Watch this from Vic's Formula 44. We are back. Thank you, Doc. We have tonight Bob Hope, without a doubt, is truly an amazing man. He's unique personality. He has won every award, had every honor bestowed on him that is possible to attain. Plus, the United States Congress, I think, awarded him the highest medal that they award to a civilian. And he works constantly. Next week, he'll be appearing at the United Cerebral Palsy Dinner in New York City. Then he heads to London to tape a BBC special. And Bob's annual Christmas television show will be seen here on NBC this coming Sunday night, December the 14th at 8 o'clock. It's always probably the highest-rated show in the entire year. Would you welcome, please, Mr. Bob Hope.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Robert.
Thank you. Thank you.
Happy holidays.
Pith off.
Bob, this is a family
I
show.
love-
We have
I
a
love
family
that.
show here.
I love that. We had a clip, you know, we did in with Angie Dickinson, and they wouldn't let us do it because there was a line in there about homosexuals.
Well, you see,
A gag.
Yeah.
And then I saw what you did.
Well, you see, we are.
You're going right to confession.
We're
We're
on
going to bring
later.
burlesque back.
We're on later at night.
I know we are. No, I was going to bring it on here for you. That's why we saved
And they
it
wouldn't
for
let
you
us,
because
sir?
it's
Wouldn't let us?
hilarious. It was hilarious. And somebody took it out, huh?
Are you collecting?
Who's up there, Oral Roberts?
Are you?
Huh?
Are you
No, it's
collecting
funny.
all the outtakes from
Funny
the shows?
bit.
You have
Oh,
them all
sure.
stashed away somewhere?
Have we? Someday we got to do them for a special. You know, we got about 2 hours of
Just
misses and
the
hits
goose.
in there. Oh, yeah, the goose.
You look wonderful.
I feel
as
pretty good.
usual. Do you?
Feel pretty good.
You're going to London?
Going
the
to London.
BBC?
Going to London for the Christmas show. They got a guy over there, does you, Michael Parkinson. Did you hear?
Yeah, I know who he is. He does.
Only he shows up every once in a while. He does. No, he's good. He's great. And I'm going over there and try to see
Yeah.
him.
Do you ever
It'll
go
be
back?
nice.
Do you ever go back to your birthplace when you go
Yeah.
to England?
London will be, you know, like old times to me. It'll Christmas
Yeah.
with combat.
Were you born in London?
Yeah, I was born in London, sure, but I left very early because, you know, I figured that one Engelbert Humperdinck is enough, don't you think?
You're going to be working New Year's Eve,
Yeah.
right this time.
New Year's Eve.
But,
I'm a Diplomat Hotel.
yeah, that's a different for you, isn't it?
Different thing for me, but I'm going to be down there, and they asked me to do it. I'm going to enjoy that.
That's a nice hotel.
Yeah, it's great. Just great. Hey, get a little money.
Yeah. What? Dean's warming up, I think.
Yeah,
back
yeah.
there. He's blowing the foam off of something.
I think they got him on his feet back there. I
Yeah.
think.
What happens, you know, New Year's Eve when the crowd gets a little... Does that pose any problems?
I don't know. I hope that, you know, how can you tell? But I've had all kinds of audience. I've been in vaudeville. You know, I played in some of those spots.
What's the worst bomb you ever had in front of an audience? When it was early days in vaudeville where you walked out and nothing went?
Well, you know, I told you about playing in Chicago. I played places there around Cicero. If they liked you, they didn't applaud. They just let you live. I used to have an intermission to give the audience a chance to reload. I'm serious.
That's tough luck.
This was a real tough audience. They used to tie the tomatoes on the end of yo-yos so they could hit you twice. But we played audiences. You know, we played supper shows in Oakland and Winnipeg when there were 20 people out there. Those were some kind of challenge. You know,
Yeah.
you had to go out and ad-lib and fool around.
When you came off and it didn't go well, did it bother you? Or you
No, you get used to that because the next house you got a full house and you go out. You have to do that. And actually, that's where you learn to ad-lib.
Right.
And do savers, you know.
Yes.
And I walked out one night in Flushing, breaking my act in Flushing, in the RKO house. I was very nervous. This is when I was first starting. And I walked out to tell my first joke, and the leader, who had quite a sense of humor, went, The indicator my fly was open. Well, that's great when you're standing in front of a whole audience, you know. And now it's hard to look down, and he's telling you. And you're trying to be funny. It happened to me in the command performance in London, too. We finished a command performance there in 47. We were over there. We're all standing, Loretta Young and Alexis Smith. And we're standing there. Here's the Queen and the King coming in. And Laurence Olivier and the British stars are on the other side. And just before the Queen gets to me, Olivier went, oh, no. And I'm wearing tails, where you're fully exposed, you know? He went, and you have to take a sneak look. Those were hot moments.
Yeah, I read someplace that you were you're still entertaining, even though thank goodness the Vietnam annual trip you don't have to go, which I know you're delighted about.
Right.
But you've been doing some work for the guys in the hospitals.
Yeah,
and,
we
Walter Reed, I understand.
We played a couple Wednesday in Washington. I was there testifying for the USO. You know, trying to get a federal charter. And you know how close they are to me. They taught me a lot. They taught me how to spell kaopectate in 7 languages. I felt that they asked me to go in there and testify before the subcommittee, which I did. And then we played Bethesda Hospital in the afternoon. Then we played Walter Reed that night. We wanted to get back, and the Air Force said, we'll fly you back if you will play Dayton. So we stopped at Wright-Patterson, did a hospital show. We stopped at Leavenworth and did another hospital show and came into Burbank, you know.
That is incredible.
And I want to tell you, they're thrilling audiences, you know, because whoever thought you'd be in Leavenworth anyway? And we stopped doing a show. And the thrilling part about it is, John, you know that no veteran in this country can walk up to a hospital and say they need anything, that we won't take care of them, and take care of them for good.
Yeah.
It's a wonderful thing, and very few people know that, but they take care of our veterans all the way. It's a marvelous thing.
That's great that you're still doing that, because people tend to forget after the fighting, you know, the hostilities are over.
Yeah.
That a lot of guys are still sitting around with nothing to do and a lot of time on their hands.
Right.
Who's on your special coming up?
We have Red Fox, and we have Donnie and Marie Osmond, who, by the way, they forgot to mention on the you know, when they announced the show. And then we follow. And then we got Angie Dickinson and the All-American football team, Associated Press All-American. Some nice little kids. And then we have, who else do we have? That's it. And no, we have a lot of great guest stars, you know, a lot of people walking in.
Did you ever play football?
Yeah, I played tackle. I was very limber. I could go around my own end, and I did very good. Isn't it awful? I'm doing my monologue in this audience right here, you know?
Tonight?
I hope they're still awake. After you finish,
You're all invited.
I am.
Good.
And
well, they're in a good mood tonight.
That'd be great after I get to them. 4 hours in there, you know. We'll have to wire the seats again.
Yeah.
Pick them up a little.
Do we have a little preview of the a little clip?
We have a couple of things, don't we?
These are not outtakes. These are, well, they are outtakes.
Yeah, they are. Sure they are.
Now, outtakes, if you don't know, these are little things you will not see on the show. I assume, goofs or something like that. Watch the monitors here in the studio.
Hey, I'm doing this as a favor.
Good work, men. I'll take it from here.
Right. Hey, I can't stay too long. I just came to collect the reward.
Okay, creep. Up against the wall.
What?
Hands behind your back.
Yeah.
Spread your feet.
Yeah.
One false move and you'll match the rest of your nose. You're clean.
Yeah. You better try it again, huh? We're gonna get arrested here tonight.
Just arrived for you.
You tipped the mailman who delivered it.
I couldn't, sir.
The ambulance left too fast. Trump. He may be with the CIA, I'm not sure. Boy, this is really something. I wonder who sent it. Very well, Your Majesty. Your Majesty?
That's right.
When did you become royalty?
Always have been. I'm a cousin of the Count of Basie.
Oh, what a coincidence. You know, I have royal blood, too.
I figured that. You walk like Princess Margaret.
Don't think I've ever seen Red break up that easy.
No.
Yeah.
You know, the butler was supposed to walk in and say, Your Highness, you know, after we ordered champagne. He came in and says, Yes, Your Majesty. You know?
That set him off.
And Red went... and cracked out.
What breaks you up? Are there certain people that you find it difficult to work with? I mean, it can...
Yeah, I laughed all through a sketch with Lee Marvin doing
I
a
saw
thing.
that.
Yeah, it was on our
Roaring
last
20
special,
thing,
you know. Yeah. And he came in doing a heavy, you know, and he growled in back of me, which I've been doing for 1,000 years. But he didn't do it at rehearsal, you know? And he went, something, and I thought, oh. I felt that way that day, and I laughed all through the sketch. It's ridiculous, you know? You feel so like an idiot, but there it was. I couldn't do anything about it. I was laughing.
That's funny. We're going to do a commercial here. We'll be right back. Stay where you are. Andrew special is coming Sunday night, which is at 8 o'clock. But following you
We have Dean,
is another special.
Mac Davis after him.
Mac Davis has one. That's
Yeah.
going to be a great Sunday night lineup. So
Yeah.
Dean's will be on at 9 o'clock. And Dean came out of retirement from wherever he hides out to be with us tonight. Would you welcome Dean Martin?
How you been, Joey?
Hello?
Yeah, sure.
You're going to start already, huh?
No,
How
I'm
are you?
not starting.
How are you?
I'm almost through.
Good to see you.
How'd all these people get in your room? I'll let you know one thing, that there's going to be at least 110 people watching you tonight, because I'm going to Frank's house. You know, it's his party.
It's his 60th birthday.
And we're all going to get in his bed and watch you.
Well, that ought to be a cozy little group.
Yeah, if they aren't watching, I guess the Coats will be watching you.
Yeah.
Someone will be watching you.
Did you get Frank something special?
How did you do out here?
Fair. I had a big opening, and that's it.
Imagine him getting away with that?
That was it.
Yeah, I know. At least, you know, New York's got the finest, but we've got the sweetest out here. That's policemen. Forget it.
Yeah. Did you
Who's the next one to come out?
Did you?
I know you're going to ask me a question.
I'm gonna ask
Bernie.
you a question.
Well, you go ahead, Bernie.
Did you get Frank something special for his 60th birthday? Did you
Yeah.
give him a nice gift?
But how do you wrap up glands? Just made that
To go, huh? Yeah, glands to go.
How is it going, Ed? Beautiful.
Yeah. You don't,
No, I quit that.
Here, use my coffee. What the hell, you?
I remember that from 8 years ago or something.
Remember that?
Yeah.
You know, at home, this desk looks bigger.
It is bigger at home.
Well, we'll ask Joanne if it is bigger at home.
Joanna.
Joanna.
There's an A on the end of that.
There was once just a Joanne.
Yes, that's true. There was also a Joan once.
Joan?
Yes.
I didn't know that. I had so many things I wanted to tell you.
Yeah.
These people look at you every night like this? I mean, the crew.
Well, we have a bigger group coming tonight because you and Bob are here, you see. Normally, nobody stands over there at all.
Oh, I thought they were here because Angie was here.
Yeah. Angie who? Dickinson? No, she's not on tonight.
You just saw her.
No, that was on. That was on.
When the elephant...
No, she's not.
We are.
I have a hangnail. I'm sterilizing it. Anyway.
Oh, don't throw it away. Don't ever throw that away.
That's finger licking good, isn't it? Yeah. Look.
Hey, Doc, how's your Severson?
You don't do many outside shows, do you?
I never get that. What?
You don't do many shows other than your own television show. I don't see you run.
I go to the Megam.
The what?
The Megam in Las Vegas.
Oh, the MGM Hotel, the Mega.
I go there 6 times a year. Pick up $400 or $500 and get out.
Do you gamble when you're up there?
Me gamble? Me? I was a croupier for 11 years, and you asked me if I would go up against them tables. Do you know that those tables are not there to be beaten? Do you know that the percentage will get you? Why don't you stop me when I'm yelling like that? You asked how many guys break you up, and you stopped at Lee Marvin.
No, you do. You're doing pretty good tonight, I'll tell you that. You're breaking
Yeah?
me. You're following me. I love you. Love you for it.
Do you?
I wish I was following you.
I like to follow you. Oh,
Well, we're going to come back in a minute. I'd like to talk about your special.
I have a special?
It's coming up Sunday. This Sunday.
Oh, is it? They actually put that thing together? I didn't know that. You said it the best. Everybody says, I didn't know that, or I didn't know that. But you said it the best. I didn't know that.
I practice a lot.
See how I set you up? I'm a straight man. Oh, I thought I was taller. Go ahead.
We're going to take a short break, but we're coming right back. Why am I talking like him? We have returned. We're back.
Boy, he's good.
Isn't that a fine organization?
He goes out, doesn't he?
Josh, yes.
He does parties and everything.
Yes, he can.
You're good, Doc, boy. You know, it's so good to sit down. I walked all the way from them curtains.
That can take a lot out of a man. Can take a lot out of a man.
It can. Did you see how far that is?
Yeah. Who's on Who's on?
You looking at me?
Yes. Yeah, all right. Who's on your special? The one that's going to be on Sunday, the one they put together.
Just a piece of cloth off of one of your... You know, that Italian restaurant wants that jacket back. For a tablecloth. You have your own clothes. It's a shame they don't get something to fit you. You know?
You don't like this?
You want to know why your monologue don't go over?
It was a smash tonight.
Well, tonight I didn't see it. It's 'cause he don't cock his wrist and you keep your eyes off the cue board. Cue card.
The cue cards.
You didn't know that?
I didn't realize that.
How often you do this show?
I'm here 4 nights a week.
By yourself?
No, I have other guests like you. You're a guest tonight. Yeah.
We're guests.
I'm just waiting for a bus.
I don't know what's wrong with my clothes. I mean, this is a nice outfit if you have a chicken takeout stand.
Good, and I'm going to use that.
That's right.
Very nice.
Who's on your special?
Well, there
I heard that somewhere before, and I thought maybe...
That, the lovely lady that's on the house behind the prairie there.
Michael Landon's on the show.
No, Michael Lerner.
Oh, Michael Leonard.
She's on it? No, they think it's Michelle. It's Michael.
It's Michael Leonard. And she's on the Waltons, isn't she?
No, she's on my show.
No, I mean... What's the normal show that she's on?
The house behind the prairie there.
The House Behind the Prairie.
Yeah, with Michael Landon.
I see.
Yes. The Waltons. That's it.
Well, they live next door. You know, you go down and turn left at the fork in the road, and you come to the Waltons, and then you go right on.
See, you're swearing again.
That's right. Now,
Fork in the road.
Michael Leonard.
Then you have that Jeanette Engel. George Engel.
George Engel.
And I'm on it.
Well, good.
Then we have a horse.
You have Dionne Warwick, don't you?
You have Dionne Warwick. Yes,
Sure,
she's
Warwick is on the
beautiful.
show.
We do this all on the beach and on a ranch.
You do this outdoors?
Is that a direct question?
That's a direct question. What do you mean you do this? You do this on location?
Yeah, we went down to the beach. Then we went over.
Well, do you have some swimming scenes on the beach?
Swim?
Swimming scenes at the beach.
You don't necessarily have to swim if you go to the beach.
Why would you go to the beach?
To be near the house.
Of course, I didn't look at it that way. What did you...
Everybody that lives on the beach don't swim, you know.
That's true. They have a beach house.
They do a lot of other things.
Well, what do you mean you have a horse on the show? Do you actually have a horse on the show?
Yeah, I ride the horse. It's a big stallion. It's about 16 hands high.
How high is that?
Aren't they supposed to say that?
We just put... no. You mean just so they measure...
Well, that's how you measure horses. You say it's 15 hands or 16.
From where to where? Where do they measure the horse from? The top of the head?
From
or...
the pool room. Where the hell do you think they live?
See, we try to educate our audience at the same time. We give them little bits of information.
From the ground that he's standing on.
You don't.
Yeah, I know it. I know that.
You don't have to take this stuff.
Where do they stop? When they're...
I don't have to take this as
No,
right.
That's right.
We got our
Why
own
don't we go over to
special.
Merv's show?
Merv?
He's doing a wonderful theme show tonight. Proctologist of the Stars.
You know that Merv asked you a question and he never listens to you? Did you know that? He'll say, how do you feel? And he'll turn around like that. He does. He
I
says,
don't understand
"How
that, do you?"
feel?" How do you feel, Johnny?
And he turns away, huh?
And he's talking to something. No, that mean it. What do you say? What do you say now? What did he say?
Well,
What did he say?
I don't know about you, but I want to get a seat in the patrol car.
seems like we brought the little house in off the prairie, didn't we?
Oh, you're terrible if you keep on saying things like that. You still think you have that thing on your head?
Well, we have to take a break here because
Are you going to bleep the laugh, too?
No, we have to take a break here because the fire department is here to resuscitate
I guess
our
he told you
guy
about
for
this
standards
show,
and
didn't he?
practices. Is lying on the floor hard as a carp. So, as soon as we bring him around,
Why, I will.
you got to come back more often.
Welcome back to Children's Theater on public television. You know, I have to leave early I'm going to a New Year's Eve party, and I want to avoid the crowd.
You really have to leave?
No, I'm going to stay a while.
Just
I want to
stay for
see
a couple minutes?
Wilson Church and Wimbledon.
No, Charles Nelson Reilly is here.
I know it's three names. I didn't know them.
Yeah. Charles Nelson Reilly. All of them are here tonight.
How are you?
Oh, God.
I haven't been watching. How's it been going?
No, it took me a while to get dressed.
Did we all get our Christmas plugs in?
Don't you have a special coming up?
I never get to nighttime TV. I'm daytime.
Uncle Croc's Block.
Oh, say that again.
Uncle Croc's Block.
The hottest show. Have you seen it, Dean?
I've seen your crock.
I miss you. I love you, you know.
Well, I miss having you on my show, but I've seen that, in the afternoons. I stay home.
Yes? Well, I'm just kidding. Yeah. Well, we skipped right over Christmas.
Yeah, well, it's not here yet.
No. How are you holding up?
Oh, this is a lot of fun. I'm going to hear from the governor any moment now, I think, and maybe get...
It's a holiday. It's gala, and it's wonderful to be on the show with such wonderfully talented, funny people. And that's three of the funniest people in the world.
Oh, that's very nice.
Right? No, I don't have to include Ed because we're very close. Don't we meet a lot off campus?
We do,
See, I don't see you two guys. I never get an invitation. I got the watch you gave me. I know it's hard to remember these things at a holiday season. But it's just very nice to be here.
Why are you all dressed up?
I have nothing else to wear. I mean, this is it. I mean, I don't have a suit. I mean, I don't have all these. You know this. I don't have all this. I have a simple life. One tuxedo left over from the Dean Martin show. That's all I have.
You got to keep the wardrobe, huh?
Yes, sir. Lo, I have missed you, and I thank you, because I had 4 wonderful years with you, and I love you. I really do.
I never missed you. You're on the match game with that girl next to you. What's her name? Brett.
We're doing a Christmas show there, too.
Uh-oh.
Without an elephant, I don't know.
The
But it's
Christmas
nice
show
to
on
see.
Match Game?
Yes, we do that.
What kind of
I don't
Christmas
know.
theme?
We ring a bell once in a while.
Oh, that's kind of nice. That's certainly
Hi,
festive.
Doc. How's your Severson? If it works once, it'll work again. I'm here now.
Yes, you are. How's your new lifestyle?
Oh, you mean as a skipper?
He's a skipper, yes.
I
he's
have
on
a boat. Do you ever have a boat?
Do I ever have a what?
A boat. It goes in the water, and you take a few drinks, and you go
Oh,
out.
I was going to ask, a boat of what?
A water. Did you ever have a boat? I have a boat. In
No,
fact,
no.
my whole life... Never had a boat?
No.
Ed, no?
Yes,
They don't work on the golf course.
Oh, I go on the boat. I'm on the boat a lot.
Well, that's good.
It's wonderful.
You live on the boat?
I've been on a wagon.
No, I got a boat, and after you buy a boat, first of all, you'll learn a lot about it after you finally get the boat. You know?
You sell it to Joey Bishop.
And they're still talking about at the marina. Jerry Lewis's boat broke right up when it went into the water. Okay? Also, Frank Sinatra. Frank Sinatra.
You could have skipped the first. Frank Sinatra, okay,
He
but...
backed his out, and the bottom and the back fell right off. These things happen at a marina.
Frank's bottom fell off?
No, of the boat.
Oh, I didn't know that.
But anyway, I got this boat, and I went down the other day to relax on the back with the paper, because now I have a boat.
on
and
the
a gu-
stern, not on the back. Or you say
On
on
the
the
stern. I didn't want to drop all the things first, you know.
You see, you're not a boat owner. You'd say stern. That's on.
Well, it's not a boat, it's a vessel. See, to start all that, you got to have all the terminology right.
A vessel is something you got in your arm.
That's right.
Ain't it?
Yeah. But I sat out in the
No,
back.
that's a small animal that attacks a cobra. That's a vessel. It's a.
No, but I sat out in the back. I sat out in the back, and there's a service that comes, a man and a woman come in, they check the bottom of the boat. Right?
What else they got to
I
do?
know. And he has the thing, he goes under with the oxygen, and he looks, at the bottom of the boat.
For her?
No, she's in the boat. She's in the boat checking out how the zincs are and how the bottom is and how the paint is.
You have a zinc in the stove?
I have a zinc. I didn't know that, but it came with the boat. My zincs are excellent.
Oh, well, Frank told me when he's 60 years old, your zinc is the first to go.
No. So anyway, I figure, what if this guy isn't really checking the bottom?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Suppose he wants to get home in a hurry. You're going to say you missed a place? How do you know they're cleaning the bottom, right?
We could go down there and look, I suppose.
Well, I don't go near the water. I just sit in the bow, the stern. So, the girl says to me, these boats go down in a minute and a half. For encouragement.
Don't do it to me.
No.
Just don't do it to me. I have to come back next week. Don't do it to me. Go ahead.
They go down how long? A minute and a half?
A boat goes down, my type of boat that I was fortunate enough to buy, goes down in a minute and a half if anything happens. So, after that, I go to the gas place, and the guy tells me, I love you. The guy tells me, you know, I missed you terribly. You never write, you don't call, nothing. And I go to the gas place, and the guy says, the fan belt's not going to last a day. I thought, oh, fine.
Go out for half a day.
Right. So everything is like, and then they say at the gas station that, because I have a gas boat, a vessel. I'm going to sell it tomorrow. But anyway, they have a tendency to blow up. You know what I mean?
Well,
and they don't tell you that when you buy it. They say, look at the pretty faucet, that works. See the pretty rugs. And then you
have
go...
a tendency to blow up?
Gas boats
That
go
can
very
take,
dangerous.
that can take the fun out of a weekend.
Oh, sure. Can take the fun out of a Tuesday. But what happened... What happens is you go to the gas, and as you're filling it up, the guy tells you all the stories of the other guys who filled up. Like the guy in a rubber suit that just dissolved. Now, you know, you're there to relax. Then you go and another woman tells you something else. And finally, when you're ready to go out to sea, it's impossible. The first day out, I didn't pay attention to the compass. I didn't know that was important. I just went out because, you know, exactly. Do that again because I love you. Wonderful. We went out. Now, it was fine because you figure you go out, you turn around, and you...
Come back.
Excellent. You come back.
And in your spot is the blob.
No.
No?
The fog came in. So we went out, and then we couldn't see anything.
It's because of the fog.
Very heavy fog. Then you learn a new word. Bow,
And
stern, and...
help.
Run.
Fog.
Oh, fog.
Gosh. So we were out there, and then you looked around. There was nothing on either side. Nothing on either side. That's wrong. A real skipper wouldn't talk like that. There was nothing anywhere. And you looked around, and it all was like this jacket. Very nice white milk. And we couldn't get back because the motor wouldn't start again because the cable from the battery came off, and we couldn't start the motor. Mm-hmm. So we were out. Don't write letters because I'm fine now. I mean, this was a few months ago.
Is this the sequel to Jaws or what?
No, but there's been talk. There's been talk. So we were out on the thing, and we had to call the Coast Guard on the radio. Now, this is the first time we're on the boat. So you scream into the microphone, help! Which means right away you didn't take the Coast Guard course because you're losing your cool.
You should say Mayday.
No, your SOS.
Yeah, I'm listening.
Well,
to
anything
Mayday.
but help, screaming, fainting.
Save our scotch.
Excellent. So the Coast Guard, who were wonderful, they said to us, what's the name of your ship? Vessel, boat.
Okay.
Right? And it's going like this, and I said the name of the ship, which is the Artichoke Hearts.
Artichoke Hearts.
Artichoke Hearts, which didn't go over too good with the Coast Guard. It should have been the Boo Boo LaRue, you know, something like that.
Artichoke Hearts is the name of
Artichoke
your
Hearts
boat?
is the boat. That's true. So then the man said in the Coast Guard, who was wonderful, he said, can you see anything to tell us the location? It was all like this. It was lovely. I said, no, I can't see anything. He said, call us back when you see something. I mean, how can they come and get you? There was nothing. So a little bit later, about 2 hours later, there was a little mountain. The fog lifted, and there was a touch of mountain. Mm-hmm. And I called up. I said, you know, I think I see...
Spencer Tracy.
No. The Santa Monica Mountain. I felt like it was home. It was beautiful. And he said, "You're sure it's not Parley's Verdes?" And I said, "You know, you got a point." So we couldn't get back till a private plane found us. But then we got back and it was fine.
I don't think boating is your
It is
activity.
for me because I'm adventurous, believe it or not.
I think sheep herding would be nice.
No, I don't look good in the clothes.
Do you know he just told the whole picture that
Yeah.
could be made?
It's got me. I'm in a cold sweat.
Now, if we could only find two rich guys with money, we could do it. No, I just love to boat. And the marine is wonderful. I just, tell funny stories.
Yeah. Bob, you said you had to leave a little bit early because you wanted to go over and...
I've got to go and work. I got to go and rehearse my monologue.
I think we'll all
I just wanted to wait and hear Charles.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hey, I'll see you.
Good night.
Good to see you, Charles.
Well, this has been a night to conjure with. We will take a short break.
It's the holiday season.
It is. Everybody is out. We'll be right back. A lot of people probably thought I was kidding with the way the night's going, that you are now currently directing with Roberta Peters, La Boheme, right?
La Boheme. Yes,
Yeah.
in Providence, January 10th with the Metropolitan Opera cast. I love to do that.
Yeah, see, most people don't know that you
Oh, I
do
do
directing
that.
and also teach acting.
Yes, sir.
You still
Can
do
I
that?
tell you something about Dean?
Yeah.
I worked with him 4 years, and he's a very fine actor.
Oh, yeah. I think he is.
He's a wonderful artist, and he allows you to work and do what you do, and in no way does his ego get in the way. And if you do a sketch with him, he'll go like this if you get a laugh, or if you have it, he'll go like this under the table, and he'll say, "Good for you." And he allows you to grow, and he's a wonderful performer, and you ran. It's very funny. I played his fairy godfather, because I played that, and I had on all kinds of feathers, and I flew on a wire, my usual part. I mean, just once would I like to, like George Brent, come through a room, and say, "Hello, Susan, how is Bob?" Instead of a smoke pot. No, come on, a smoke pot, a bomb, a wire. Once I swear, I was making one of my pilot films that didn't sell at Universal, and I was stuck on the same chandelier that Douglas Fairbanks and Tyrone Power swung, with high heels, and I couldn't get off the thing. And you know what happened? A guy goes, "Lunch!" And I'm left hanging up there.
Well, that's...
But anyway, what was the main story? Because, this evening has been strange.
You were just mentioning Dean. He's a great artist and easy to work with. Shall we bring Carol out?
Oh, please.
Yeah,
Thank
Carol
goodness.
Wayne is, as you know, our matinee baby. Would you welcome Carol Wayne?
I feel anticlimactic, and it's so early.
Well, you're not anticlimactic because you were actually on first tonight.
That's very true.
You see, you were out here before.
That's right.
Yeah. See, this is really not like a guest shot for you anymore because you are big on celebrity sweepstakes every
I
day.
am.
Yeah.
I'm a daytime star.
I just see you on there.
Who would have guessed?
You answer a lot of questions, too.
Sure.
I notice the odds are very low on you. That they...
I am brilliant. I have given dumb blondes all over the world a new way to go.
Well, I think that's good.
Yes.
Did you ever get stumped? What kind of questions?
Oh, I have questions for you. Would you like to answer?
Oh, you see now, this is not... I always
this
feel like
is
such
fun.
a dunce.
Think of it as a game. This is for fun.
All right. Okay.
In what sport are you most likely to have a tight end?
Football.
Oh, you see, I said bullfighting. You can look bad in those costumes.
Oh, I see.
When a woman recites the Pledge of Allegiance, where's she supposed to put her hand?
I suppose over her heart.
Oh. I said it depends who she's pledging allegiance to.
My mind doesn't work that way.
A man in the Navy may do something with his left hand only if his right hand is engaged in an activity from which it cannot be easily disengaged. What may he do with his left hand?
I wouldn't touch that line with a fork. I suppose salute.
Salute.
I said polish his brass.
Well, I suppose that could be acceptable.
On your 25th anniversary, it's silver. On your 50th, it's gold. You've never made it, I know.
That's true.
What should you expect on your 75th wedding anniversary?
Death. 75th is diamonds.
Wow. I thought it was rubber sheets.
You're weird. You're
Yeah.
weird. Your 75th diamond? I don't know. I just took a guess.
You're smart.
Is it diamond?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Have you ever been stumped by a question? So, of course, I
Yes.
imagine you do. Okay,
Sure.
know the
What's
answer.
the longest bone in your body? I said, I don't know.
I think they're going to turn this show into a training film. You know, and what is the longest bone in your body? I suppose
Your thigh
your
bone.
thigh bone,
Yeah.
which is connected to the knee bone, connected to the ankle bone, connected to the foot bone, connected to the toe bone. Dry bone, them bone, them dry.